All right, just a quick update on Triple G Gennady Golovkin Counterpunch Boxing. Hello, YouTube. We meet again. Okay, look, a lot of rumors like floating around right now. Gennady Golovkin basically a free agent. HBO lost that platform. So where does he go? Where does he go from here? And I'm going to show you a list of all the current top middleweight champions that way. And that's kind of maybe a guide, but I had a thought, maybe forget about the belts. Maybe he'll become like the people's champion and, just basically fight 3, maybe 4 more times, maybe chase a big payday, to ride off into the sunset, maybe a Canelo trilogy. Who knows? But, I think that might be the path that he goes on, because right now with all the politics and all the changes, I mean, the whole boxing world has completely changed, with the Dazn and HBO and all the ESPN Plus, all this stuff. It's just completely changed overnight. I mean, for the better, I believe for the better, but we'll see, right? But anyway, Dazn has aggressively pursued Gennady Golovkin, and the sides are in advanced talks, okay, said Mike Copineer on his Twitter. Gennady Golovkin's promoter, Tom Loeffler, hoping to wrap up a deal soon ahead of a spring return for the former middleweight champion, #boxing, okay? Gennady Golovkin signing with Dazn would open up opportunities for him to fight these guys potentially. And they're talking about, of course, Demetrius Andrade, Canelo, right? I mean, we'll probably get that trilogy. I mean, I'm almost positive we'll get that trilogy. When I met with Oscar De La Hoya in Houston, I mean, he was like 100%. I mean, he was so sure. I mean, so full of himself about it, almost like boisterous, like boasting about it. How, yeah, we're going to get a trilogy. I mean, he would, you could just see it in his eyes, the way there was no doubt, because I had a chance to talk to him, and then he told me directly. So, and I even put up a video of that conversation a while back, so you guys can check that out on a channel. But now I want to talk about it's something I never really talked about, the pay-per-view numbers on the rematch, okay? 36, Gennady Golovkin, blah, blah, blah. We'll skip past all that. The fight generated 1.1 million pay-per-view buys, fewer than the 1.3 million from their, the original fight in 2017. So yeah, they went from 1.1 to 1.3, and is that a failure? I ask, is it a failure? Because I mean, they were, projecting. Even Oscar De La Hoya was saying, groundbreaking, record-breaking, and it really didn't do that well. And I wonder why. I think a lot of it had to do with Canelo failing that drug test. And I think a lot of people just got turned off to the whole Canelo brand, and they simply didn't want to buy it. And also, people are tired of paying, $70, $80. Look, check it out. I just paid my damn cable bill. It was $313. Okay, I'll post a picture for you guys in my next video. $313. I mean, and part of that really was actually 2 pay-per-views, but only one of them was on my bill. So I had my regular bill and the Canelo Golovkin rematch on my bill from September. And was that September? Fuck, what was that? Yeah, September. And yeah, so anyway, it was like, would have been around 200 and something, but it's crazy, and now, with Dazn, we can get it for like $10. So, I like it. Now, just real quickly, I want to, the original plan, okay, right here, I don't really need to read it, but I'll just tell you the original plan. You guys know that they were going to probably fight Moreta at the Tokyo Dome, I believe, in Japan, okay, but then, what's his name, Brandt came in, beat the brakes off of him, throwing a gazillion punches, right, looking like prime Pacquiao in there, beat the brakes off this dude. That just shattered that plan, foiled that plan. But the problem is, there's not a lot of money in that fight, in a Golovkin Brandt fight. So that's the point of today. Where does he go? Where does he go from here, and all of that. Now, to clear up a little bit of confusion, Andrade is promoted by Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing US of A, okay, which has an exclusive agreement with Dazn, while Jacobs is expected to also re-sign with Matchroom and join Dazn in hopes of landing a Canelo fight in 2019, okay? Of course, Alvarez obviously holds the former belts, formerly blah, 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 okay, formerly in Golovkin's possession is what they're going to say, but, people keep asking me, about who's with who signed with who or whatever, well, this pretty much clears it up right here. I mean, if you don't know, I mean, most of you do, but just wanted to throw that out there. What the hell happened to Keith Thurman? Keith, where are you at, man? Where the hell is Keith Thurman? It's like, where is Waldo? I cannot find Keith Thurman. I mean, I've looked, he's on YouTube, and I heard they're talking about maybe a Porter rematch or whatever, but I had to throw that in there. I had to throw it in there. Now, check this out. Okay. Number one, Canelo, 34 KOs, WBC. He's the lineal champion of WBA and the WBC. Okay, Demetrius Andrade, the WBO. Danny Jacobs, IBF. Okay, Charlo, he's the interim for the WBC, meaning he should be fighting Canelo, so you people need to shut the hell up about Golovkin, Charlo, all that nonsense. You understand, you have Canelo fans. Excuse me, damn. Look, I just got back from out of town, so I'm like, can barely talk. But you got Canelo fans talking all this craziness about, oh, you know, Golovkin's ducking Canelo or Charlo, right? Golovkin, Triple G's ducking Charlo. Okay, that's all I hear. But look, he is not the mandatory. Canelo, look, that's Canelo's fight. Seriously, like, I don't understand how a Canelo fan can dog on Golovkin for not fighting Charlo. It doesn't make any sense. Now, I want to see it. Do I want to see it? Yes, of course. I mean, hell yeah, I do, because they'd probably come to Texas. That'd be great if they did, and maybe like Dallas Cowboy Stadium or Minute Maid Park or Reliant Stadium in Houston. I mean, we have huge stadium. Look, if you guys haven't been to Texas, Texas is huge. Texas would swallow up like 3 of your states. Huge, and there's plenty of places here to put on a big fight. But so yeah, that's Canelo's work, not Golovkin's. All right. Now Brandt, like I said, he is the WBA regular. Okay, there's different versions of the WBA, as we know. Okay. You know, Canelo holds the legit WBA. He's a lineal champ. Brandt beating Moretta, right? Got the WBA regular, a version of the belt. Okay. Of course, Charlo, like I said, WBC interim. So, look, where does Golovkin go? Who does he fight? You know, if the thing is a big if, you know, he wants to get a belt, I say go for homeboy right here, Demetrius Andrade, right? That would be the easiest fight, I think, for Golovkin to get a belt, because he would knock that dude out in probably I'd say round 7, round 8, KO, okay? KO, round 7, round 8, all right? That's my prediction for that. So I think, yeah, I think if he wants a belt, sign up with old Eddie Hearn, go after Demetrius Andrade. If now that is if, you know, Hearn is willing to give him up, and I think he would be, because he knows that Gennady Golovkin is a bigger star than Andrade, and he can make more money off of him, that kind of thing. So, you know, I mean, it almost seems like Demetrius Andrade is like the sacrificial lamb in the middleweight division right now. Like, I mean, people are like just foaming at the mouth waiting to get in the ring with that dude, right? And then don't forget, we still have, you know, Billy Joe Saunders. And by the way, David Lemieux will be on the undercard of Canelo Fielding. So, you know, why is David Lemieux always in Canelo's shadow, right? Think about it. It's like every damn Canelo fight, there's David Lemieux trying to fight his way up to a big fight, you know, but he, you know, he knocks out Stevenson, and he looks decent in the next fight, that kind of thing, but just beat Mr. What is Fabuloso Mostucho? The Fabuloso Mostucho. Who's that dude with that damn mustache? Spike O'Sullivan. Okay, you got David Lemieux just beat the hell out of what was like first round, second round KO, something like that. But he's always in Canelo's shadow, right? You know, Mr. Fabuloso Mostucho. Spike O'Sullivan beat the crap out of him. So, you know, I don't know. I kind of thought we would get Canelo Lemieux, but then he moves up to fucking heavyweight or whatever the hell he's doing. Who knows? Who cares, right? Who cares? That's what I say. Who cares? Keith Thurman, where you at? Where you at, Thurman? The hell's he playing? That's like a flute. I thought he's like smoking a bong for a minute. It's probably what he's really doing, right? Up in the mountains, hitting the weed. Up in the mountains, hitting the weed, hitting the weed, hitting the weed. Probably. But yeah, Gennady Golovkin advanced talks with Dazn. I think it's going to happen. You know, and people ask, well, when do you think it's going to happen? And I say, look, probably when there's a big fight in the middleweight division or any kind of big news. I think they'll announce it around that time, right? That's how they do it. I mean, if you know anything about boxing media, it's all strategic, right? Everything is planned. They're going to wait and announce it at the right time. So, you know, I would know. What are we in here? Today's Today's November 1st. So probably, I'd say by the end of November, you know, you're going to hear that he will sign with Dazn. I mean, I can almost guarantee you, right? And remember, there was some other, I don't know, and this could have been like bullshit from Tom Loeffler, but some other, company that was like very interested in Golovkin, and they wanted to sign him and promote him. But I haven't heard anything, not one word else, other than the original comment that he made. So, but I think he could have just said that to give himself like a little bit of, bargaining power, right? A little leverage, like, oh, well, there's this other company that really wants him, so, you better, give us a good deal. Could have been that, just a bullshit, bullshit lie, which I kind of think it was. But anyway, I'll probably leave it at that. So like I said, you heard it here. Mark it down, write it down. I'm pretty sure Gennady Golovkin, I mean, what's he going to do? Go with Showtime? Al Heyman, Top Rank? No, he's not going top. I mean, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? He's going to go with Dazn. Okay, so, but in doing that, I just don't know what's going to happen, right? What are they going to do? Like I said, probably a Demetrius Andrade and then a Canelo, because they're now we'll end it here. Tom Loeffler, he did say that they want Golovkin back in the ring early 2019. Okay, and then of course again in May 2019. So we got 2 fights coming up with Golovkin. So maybe they'll do like a 2-fight deal, early 2019 and then May. So we'll see. All right, guys, leave it below what you think.